Say what's up, man. We just kicked off another great real life street stars interview. New year, new questions, new building. 2023. Guess who on there? Me, Charleston White, man. We talked about TikTok. We talked about everything. We talk about some everything, man. TikTok. What else we talk about? TikTok. Man, just go get it, man, and see, man, and get the premium where they gotta pay for it first. They get the whole thing without the cussing and all that, and then you get the edit version if you don't want to pay for it. Because they say they changed the rules on YouTube, y'all. So yeah, they got to make it right. So y'all got to make it right so we can keep it right and keep it tight. We out.
Real life. If that shit ain't real life,
it ain't real life. Just ain't real. Real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Real life street stars. Y'all start clapping right now.
Hold on.
We in here with the heavyweight champion.
The heavyweight.
Knocking these rappers out one
Say,
by
y'all listen.
one.
Say, I quit these niggas. I called the niggas and say, I ain't doing no more real life street stars no more.
Oh, let's talk about it.
I told
That
the nigga
nigga
that.
called me and Jonathan. That
Wait,
nigga
hey, before we talk about it, mind you, this is the first interview we had of 2023. Mind you, we brought you in 2022. We brought in our first Charles White interview.
Oh, for real?
Yes, that was our first interview. In January 1st, we dropped that 2022. Here's our first interview 2023. Now, mind you, this interview might have happened. It might not have happened.
Yeah, I said, man, listen. I clicked on this motherfucker and I seen Mark Cuban. I said, God damn. Boy, them niggas got Mark Cuban. I ain't seen now nigga get a billionaire white man, sports owner, team owner. God damn, them niggas got Mark. Boy, them niggas done hit it big. I'm watching that goddamn interview. Boy, they finna ask him about it. They say y'all, they finna ask Mark Cuban about it.
What's going on?
Man, they ain't asked him about it. Oh, man, they ain't said nothing. Hey, what? Nothing? Oh, boy, I thought about it for 2 days. Then all of a sudden, I look and see King Shoo motherfucking ass. A nigga ain't got a goddamn thing going on but to talk about Charleston White. Now, on the surface of it, you know, they say, hey, this somebody y'all should interview. I already know they done played on y'all for the nigga. I said, man, this is a bullshit interview. This nigga ain't got nothing to talk about. But in the back of my mind, boy, them niggas had Mark Cuban. Boy, them niggas finna be big. Next time, boy, you finna see them niggas at the marriage game, all kind of shit. Say.
What?
Say, man, man, I just want to say, man, I ain't doing no more real life street star interview.
That was just called to me.
What's going on? What's going on? Man, y'all got this nigga on there, man. This nigga ain't doing nothing but talking about me, but y'all get Mark Cuban on there. So I was upset that y'all wouldn't bring me up to Mark Cuban. Boy, y'all done brought me up to everybody but the billionaire. Hey, man, what you think about Charles? I said, God damn, man. I was mad and I was hurt.
Hold on. But in defense, right? Because I asked you if we were to have that conversation off camera, would it mean the same? Because it's not like we don't know him, obviously.
No, it would have the same in my mind. If y'all didn't or if y'all didn't. But then I said, nigga, you in your feelings. So then the Dewberry interview come out.
Wait. Before the Dewberry, with Mark Cuban, do you feel he knows you?
Hell yeah, he know me.
And do you feel he highly favors your content? I'm just assuming.
No. I know the white boy don't like my content. No, he can't. He could admire some things about the character, but the content he can't gravitate towards. He a billionaire businessman. The shit that I'm speaking to and toward is for the minds in the ears of the dumb po ghetto niggas. So turn that shit down is what his ears would be saying.
So if he shitted on you, What would you have said if he would just say, "Oh hell no"? If he just hated your whole aura and just went in on you and just like hell, like he's bad for us.
That wouldn't have nothing to do with nothing. That he got a right to that. Yeah, he's entitled to that.
That would have been awesome though.
Yeah. He's entitled to that. But just to hear the perspective, just to hear the perspective, and whatever criticism, constructive criticism may have came out, would have been well received.
Yeah. The next one we're gonna definitely bring you up.
We talk to King, and Queen talk, right? But only certain men throughout life will ever get a king's ear. He a king, homie. Not many average Joe men will ever have a voice that will reach and get the president's attention, let alone Jerry Jones, Mark Cuban. Yeah, nigga.
So when we get Jerry Jones in here, like, what do you want us to ask him?
Well, it's y'all platform. But let me just say this, homie. Y'all got a light that y'all can shine on anybody and get the attention of a billionaire. Because just say he says something negative. I know one of y'all gonna say, well, he does do community work. Have you looked into his community? You already know that's gonna be the counter, right? That's gonna be the rebut. So if he hadn't known, the rebut is gonna cause him to, as well as not only just him alone, he's a river, he's a source, right? So when he's at his billionaire friends' houses, yeah, man, I was on Real Life Street Stars. Y'all open me up to his audience too. So if you don't mention nobody around here, homie, then how will his people get to know what's going on around here if y'all don't shine the light on, hey, have you heard about this? So it ain't just about having him, asking him about what he's doing. It's about shining the light on anything y'all want to pick around here to, if nothing else, open a gate for his audience, because his people go watch that interview. They normally probably wouldn't ever watch a Real Life Street Stars interview until he came and sat down. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So nigga, that's an opportunity to say, hey, you know about this guy that does community work? I know he's an asshole, but this is what he really works. So just say he looks and say, oh man, that's pretty interesting. I know somebody that lives over here that can, you never know what connections you can bring, homie. That's some game I picked up from Dick Gregory. So I'm sitting back saying, man, if these niggas can attract a billionaire, imagine what else they can attract.
That's real. That's real.
So when you get him here, nigga, don't let it be all about him and what he done did and what he done built and his thoughts and his plan. Hey, do you know about this? You can point at anything around here, any local rapper. So that's my beef with the radio stations. They don't shine the light on nothing around here. That's what no major platform, homie, shines the light on nothing around here. Nigga, so sometimes I just pick fights with shit around here so we can shine light on it.
Hey, there you go. That's strategic.
Sometimes I just fuck with people, homie, just to shine light on shit. I don't know shit. I just go to fucking with a motherfucker, homie, just because they from around here. Fuck these local ass rappers, just to make them start looking at these local ass rappers around here.
Hey, use your platform.
Yeah,
nah, I feel it.
I play these niggas song, man, it's trash, but it's a method to the madness. My platform ain't about me.
So would you not say that that's just a part of growth, right?
It is.
And so your approach, you did say that in defense. You did say that on the phone. Hey, you could have done this, but I'm not, messing with you guys.
I'm watching y'all grow too, homie. Right. Some people think. I read the comments. So some people think, well, y'all talking over the person. Well, let them talk. Well, I watch y'all grow. But not only did I watch y'all grow, I watched the platform grow. Right. So even though I'm saying, man, I ain't fucking with these niggas no more. Here come the Dewberry interview. I watched journalism. During the Dewberry interview. That interview could have went 3 different ways. Y'all made it a great interview. Y'all didn't take it to no bullshit. I said that's growth and development. So now I'm feeling fucked up. My spirit feeling fucked up. That's the good side of a person. Those are the convictions of a man. So now I'm feeling convicted. Saying, man, them really your little partners, homie. You fuck with them niggas. In you and your feelings. You know what I'm saying? You and your feelings. And they ain't done nothing wrong, homie. It's a platform. And platforms shouldn't be attached to friendships. Nigga, this a job we doing.
Right.
Yeah, this a job we doing, homie. So yeah, nigga, I said, nah, homie, y'all all right.
Yeah, I was also gonna say, like, you know how like maybe like the Charleston White interviews or the interviews like that get the highest views, but we do lawyers, we've done councilmen, but those obviously don't get the views. And we've done interviews like this, like the Dewberry, where we get people's story, but they don't ever see those, right? So they critique only the ones at the top, if that makes any sense.
Well, that's your audience. That's the demographics that you guys serve. Your demographics don't want to hear from a congressional senator. They don't want to hear from a judge. They don't want to hear from a mother who lost their son and she's still dealing with the pain of losing a son. They want to hear the bullshit because the bullshit sells. And so supply and demand. Supply and demand. So meet your demand, homie. Yeah, meet your demand.
As we sit here and talk about this, you just opened my mind a little bit because I didn't even think about, because we literally asked anybody who come and sit on this couch about you. And we didn't ask him for whatever reason.
He a billionaire. Niggas overwhelming. You clean up, you straighten up, you get professional. Right. Nigga, this market, I understand. Nigga, I understand.
But, as value goes, I feel like y'all are on the same plane. You may not have $1 billion, but you definitely have $1 billion voice.
Yeah.
So when I see a Mark Cuban interview and a Charleston White interview, I value it as the same.
This is what I want everybody to focus on what I said earlier. The average man don't get the ear of a king.
Yeah.
I want to see if we had his ear, homie.
That's real.
Yeah.
So one thing I will say is, and this just goes to how, us speaking, we have words. You say, hey, you express your opinion. You brought it right to the horse's mouth. Yeah. Say, hey, I didn't like that, y'all. King Shoo, whatever it was. Like, hey, I don't like this or that. And then we have a dialogue. We respect each other. All right. Of course, we'll get back to it. And then we're able to get back on the phone and say, hey, let me tell you exactly where I was coming from. We listen. We tell you where we're coming from. You listen. And then we're able to sit back right here. If only more problems could be solved, where cooler heads get resolved. And that's one thing I want to take from that,
how many of us got a sibling, homie?
Oh, I think all of us got siblings.
So we grew up with a person, right? At least 3 months out of a year, you don't like your sibling.
He said 3 months out of a year.
At least 3 months out of a year, man. You don't like your sibling, man. Y'all get into it, might not talk for 2 weeks. At some point,
Christmas come around.
At some point throughout your life, if you're honest with yourself, you don't like your parents. You feel like you don't answer. They look at the phone. Oh. Hello. Yeah. So at some point in time, if you're honest with yourself, you look at your children and you don't like your children. You don't like the attitude. You don't like the sad. But you find some kind of way to work past those feelings, because you value this. Now, homie, I value what we have. It's a lot of shit I don't value. I can say fuck it and walk away from it and be wrong in a motherfucker and never have no convictions about it. But that's how you know if you're wrong, homie. You feel convicted. You feel that's how you know you wrong about something without somebody saying, man, you wrong. It's something you tell you wrong before somebody even have to say you wrong. You see what I'm saying? So those are your convictions. And so nah, homie, yeah, I was convicted. And so I'm a man who act out of his conviction.
Facts. You said something in past interviews, and it was about agenda.
Yeah.
Right? I was just real curious because that really hit me. Like, what is your agenda?
My agenda is to allow my gifts. So right, I never knew I was funny. The internet showed me my gifts. I knew the gift of gab was a gift, but I didn't know it was this kind of gift. I thought the gift of gab had to be lying, conning, preaching, and persuading people and tricking people. I didn't know just talking could get money, right? So majority of the money that I make, homie, I use it to take care of people, to help people. Most of the money I get, I give away. That's my agenda. I never stop helping people, homie. I never stop helping kids. The only reason I help grown folk because they got kids. Yeah. But no, that's my agenda. And to shine a light on what's fucking us up. Yeah, so if you notice, motherfuckers say, man, all he do is talk about black people. Because I'm talking about what's fucking us up. That's all he do is put black people down because I'm talking about what's fucking us up. And that's all I focus on. Man, my agenda is to shame the shit that's fucking us up, homie. I want to shame niggas. I want to shame the nigga that's behind on child support that still go to the club and throw money. I want to shame the nigga that done killed people, nigga, and done time in prison, and all he got is street cred. I want to shame them niggas, homie, into being quiet and getting out the way so other men can come forward and be seen and be admired and clapped for. I want the regular working nigga to get a birthday party and a Father's Day gift like they do to welcome home niggas coming home from prison. I want the good kid, if he get killed, to get the same kind of funeral that the killer gets, like J-Dub. J-Dub had 2 caskets, and he was known for killing and shooting. He had 2 caskets, and they was draped up pretty. Lil Truman killed a 7-year-old girl. He shot up a child's birthday party in Stop 6. All the Truman Street blood niggas went down on his execution day, took pictures in the blood red uniform. That blood nigga walked it all the way to the graveyard and he killed the baby. He had a celebratory funeral. So I want our uncles and our fathers who got off drugs, who got their lives together. I want them to have them kind of funerals when they go. So that's what I'm trying, that's my agenda, homie. To bring back the goodness, homie, and to our people. I'm becoming the change that I want to see. I ain't on the internet complaining about it, homie. I became the change that I want to see in the black community. A nigga that'll call the police, tell on a nigga that's wrong, fuck you, bitch ass nigga. Say, bitch, sit down. You ain't no woman. How you doing, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Say, nigga, y'all chill. That's a lady. Yeah, bitch, fuck you, hoe. We talk like that to the bitches and the hoe. When that woman come, we straighten up. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Nah, don't pull your pants up. There's a little girl right there, nigga. Your dick print showing, nigga. Nah, homie, we gotta check that shit. Say, look out, homie. My daughter's standing right here. Say, look out, homie, this woman got her kids right here, man. Your booty and your dick showing. Come on, homie, pull your pants up. Yo, her height is looking out of eye dick ass. Come on, homie, don't do ugly looking. Come on, homie. We gotta check that shit, nigga, and be willing to die for it.
Basically, you the 2056 suburban black man?
I'm the male version of Dolores C. Tucker.
I don't know. They used to hate her ass.
They hate me. They hate me.
They used to hate Dolores.
I hate her. But see, these are my convictions as a grown person, homie.
Right.
See, motherfuckers don't know what my convictions are, right? Nigga, I hated Dolores C. Tucker because Tupac said Dolores C. Tucker, you's a motherfucker.
Right.
So I went and looked her up.
Right.
Tupac made me not like her.
Right.
Tupac made me not like Jay-Z. Biggie, Nas. I've never liked a New York rapper because of Tupac.
Damn.
It's a lot of kids that'll never like what NBA YoungBoy don't like. I see it online, homie. Until they grow up one day and realize, I know better. Nigga, I was damn near 30 before I started fucking with Jay-Z. You know what? It took Pimp C and them to go over there and fuck with him.
Right. Nah, for real.
But that's because I'm brainwashed by the culture. Nobody's sitting me down as a man, homie. And say, nigga, you don't like what another nigga like just because he like it? Because you like him? You don't like what another nigga don't like just because you like this nigga. Just because my homeboy don't like a nigga mean I don't like him, but that's our mindset. Just because my rapper don't like this rapper, I ain't gonna, homie, yeah.
Man, you have a snippet of some of your audio that was going live on TikTok. And you said, good morning, nigga. Yeah. Don't nobody love you enough to cook you niggas no breakfast. You ain't even had breakfast. And you know, I heard that, right? And I was like, damn, I ain't had no fucking breakfast this morning. And it made me think really like,
that you're being convicted.
Right. It made me really think like, what the fuck am I doing? Why don't I eat breakfast in the morning? Like, why don't I have nobody that love me that cook breakfast?
Well, this is my agenda behind that. Yeah. I was taught, and I've always heard that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So if you're not eating breakfast, where do your energy come from? At some point, you running out of gas. And you ain't at your best if you ain't had breakfast.
Yeah.
So if that's the most important meal of the day, why ain't nobody in the household making sure somebody in the house got breakfast for everybody? If it's the most important meal of the day. And if we be real, nigga, we ain't gonna eat lunch. So we waking our kids up, rushing them out the household to go eat the school food, which is below the nutritional charge. And they ain't getting full. And most of our children rely on themselves to give themselves breakfast. And what they gonna put in there? Number sugar.
Facts.
No fruit, no nothing. So I'm saying, man, how can we be a healthy race of people mentally? Nigga, if we ain't getting breakfast, how can a nigga be mentally at his best if he ain't eating breakfast?
Nigga, that's right.
Man, shit.
Food for
So,
thought.
nigga, that's how I'm beating these niggas. Man, the nigga want to kill me, can't beat me. He got to eat breakfast.
Nigga, it starts with breakfast. Nigga,
Yeah.
and I ate before you, nigga. So.
Listen, all my life I've been eating breakfast. I don't know not to not eat breakfast.
These niggas just wake up mad.
I heard nigga wake up and say, man, I don't like to eat breakfast. What? How are you smart, nigga? How is your brain functioning at its highest level if you don't get the most important meal of the day? You can eat breakfast, nigga, and be good all day.
Nigga, come on.
But you cannot eat breakfast and be good all day.
Yeah, nigga went to sleep on that Whataburger.
So when I'm saying that, I'm saying it fucked up. But nigga, I'm teaching them and I'm putting the medicine in the candy.
Nah, because you definitely made me rethink some shit that was going on in my life in the morning for sure.
Now we say we love these kids in the house. Mm-hmm. But we ain't getting them the most important meal of the day. But we say we love them.
Pop-Tart here.
Shit, nigga, you can't love them. You love yourself.
Hey, food for thought, for real. Now, Charles, I got to ask. You mentioned the Dewberry interview, and thank you for just the recognition.
Top five of
2022.
Top 5 year 22. Yeah, top
now,
5.
we have you in here, and I want you to kind of just confirm a story he said, and just kind of your perspective. Y'all was in TYC together.
Yeah,
you was about to get out, and he was possibly about to get out within a few months as well. And then he said a brawl went down. And they was trying to put you up to where
I wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah. What happened right then and there?
Man, let me just say this, homie.
Yeah.
Nigga, Dewberry had a better chance going home than I did.
Goddamn.
I hadn't done nothing positive there, my nigga.
Oh shit.
I got my GED.
Okay.
I completed a chemical dependency treatment program, dorm 8 for 9 months. Homie, it wasn't no kid like me there. It was some dangerous niggas. So you had a nigga named Marcus Wright. He come from Brownwood. That nigga had a 3-month sentence on a vandalizing charge. That nigga turned 3 months into years. That nigga hit a nigga in the head with the big 45-pound weight bar. So he turned that 3 months into a 2 to 4 year sentence over here with Giddens. He was a big old nigga. He wouldn't fight no stupid. Most niggas was scared of him, but he jumped on staff. But he was an intimidating nigga. Had big old that nigga, and he looked crazy, big nigga. They called him Cadillac. Man, most niggas was scared of him, homie. When I got there, man, I was one of the smallest kids there, and it was from ages 12 to 21. You get out at 21. Homie, back then, nigga, the 17 and 19-year-old nigga looked like NFL football players. Them niggas were big, homie. At the time, gangbanging just starting to jump off. Nigga, this whole facility is say, this bitch rocking and rolling. We the worst kids in the state. Ain't no thieves, ain't no robbers. It's capital murder, attempted capital murder, attempted murder, arson, rape, and child molestation and kidnapping. All considered violent youthful offenders. The minimum was 2 to 4. The maximum was 40 years. So if some niggas had murder cases had 2 to 4, meaning they would minimally do 2, but they can stay to 4. But nigga, they can also keep you till you 21 past them 4 years. So nigga, you can be 14 and thinking you go do your 2 to 4 and get out at 18 and be fucking up, and nigga, they keep you till you do a 21 cop out. So I had a 12-year sentence. I did right at 7 years. So nigga, by the time I left, I had been locked up in the Texas Youth Commission longer than any kid in the state. Yeah. I grew up there. Now, homie, my uncles and my male cousin prepared me for prison. Yeah, my Uncle Curtis used to tell me so many prison stories, homie. So I grew up believing we was going there anyway because I wanted to be a man. So even in elementary, homie, we was practicing our walks in prison because this is
practicing how you walk.
Yeah,
how you gonna walk around a prison?
As any nigga in there, nigga, I had the coldest walk they had ever seen as a young nigga because we had been practicing. Because man, let me tell you how powerful our culture is. So I'm born in 1977. When I'm born during the black exploitation era.
Very true.
Nigga, this is when nigga pimping and hoeing
Mac
is like Superfly. This is pimping and hoeing. Nigga, everybody, this is our culture at the time. Yeah. By the time I'm starting to understand and can remember life, we're in the 80s, right? So from the black exploitation era, nigga, here come crack, the crack era. But I'm not in the hood to see this. It's all on television, but I got uncles and aunties who I got access to. My uncle pimp. My auntie and them on crack over here in the hood. Nigga, sometimes uncle stay with her. When auntie get out of jail and Uncle Curtis, they come stay with her because my mom's the backbone of the family. So she's the nurturer of the family. So she nurturing all the dope fiend people in the family who coming to steal from her. And so I'm seeing that through that, right?
Yeah.
Nigga, we grew up wanting to be pimps. Superfly, the Mac. We grew up wanting to be pimps, homie. That's why pimping is big in certain North Dallas. Nigga trying to pimp his kids. Slapping a woman in the mouth was cultural because of that. Backhanding her.
Right.
So, nigga, little boys doing that.
When you find like a Dolomite isn't, that's later. That's later.
Well, the Dolomite area, nigga, we doing white folks bad. We doing white girl how Dolomite doing. Yeah, I mean, when we get access to white folk, we like Dolomite.
Yeah.
So then as we begin to grow up, as kids, unless our parents are on drugs, we don't know nothing about crack and drug addicts. So here come the DARE program, right? So I'm really a good kid, homie. Here come the DARE program. We got the Cosby, we got Different Strokes, we got other shows that's trying to balance our culture. But nigga, the reality is we got crack coming up. So we seeing grandmama on drugs, we seeing Aunt B on drugs, but we don't know what this is. Now, when the DARE program come and show us what it looked like, one day we see at grandmama house, we see crack. Oh man, the DARE program showed us what this shit is.
It's that.
So by this time, homie, our culture is taking such a shift. So my Uncle Wayne been to prison. Granddaddy done been to federal prison. Jeffrey Naki, which is my mom's first cousin, they done been in jail. Uncle Curtis coming out of jail and mama trying to help Aunt B get off drugs. So here come Uncle Curtis, the cool gangster street uncle with the chucks, starts earning every day. He in the house. So this is where a lot of wrong seeds and bad seeds get sown. That bullshit uncle, that part-time boyfriend that Annie got, that the kids think cool, he might be around 6-9 months. And that 6-9 months between him seeing the gun, sagging the pants, saying this, saying that, nigga, he done sowed some seeds that's gonna grow.
Yeah.
So you picking this up. So guess what, nigga? Uncle Curtis sitting down, earning them motherfucking pants, putting that stay flow and starch on them. Nigga telling me all the prison stories, making it sound bravado, like the rappers make that shit sound appealing. Nigga, I thought that was the shit, going to prison. So now, shit, nigga, him and Aunt B hustling, but nigga, they going down to the store to go steal cartons of cigarettes. Nigga, Aunt B them the reason they got them cartons of cigarettes up there, because they used to be on this side of the counter. Man, Aunt B them go been down there, one up there stealing the shit out of them goddamn cigarettes. Shit. So, as a kid, homie, they showing, you picking up on this shit. So, all your uncles done been to jail. They come home, they some hell of a niggas. And you seeing how people treat them. Nigga, you want that. Ain't nobody telling you this ain't the way.
Yeah.
Nigga, you want that. Especially when you see them come out that room with them goddamn trash bags of money. Shit. And then when y'all have a family reunion, they have a family get together, and you see how all the family running up to and talk. So you sitting as a kid seeing how they treat this nigga that's like this. So that's what you want as a kid. So nigga, so now you got the 80s, right? 85, 86, 87. We coming out of the black exploitation era. Nigga, y'all forgot about we had Penitentiary with Too Sweet. Penitentiary 1, Penitentiary 2, Penitentiary 3. So now you got the penitentiary movies. We watching this shit as kids, nigga. Just like a kid will watch Frozen 1,000 times and can sing every song on Frozen. We watching these movies, nigga, and can repeat everything on there. So, nigga, I already know what to do when I get here. I done seen all the movies, talked to all the niggas that done been. So I gotta practice what I'm gonna do when I get there. I know that walk. Nigga, my say, homie, let me just say this. I'm an actor when it's a crowd. And I learned to do that as a kid. I always wanted to be an actor. I could dance real good. My mom and them used to try to put me on like Star Search and putting on the hits. I used to perform for the family. So nigga, I can act, right? That was my stage for 6.5 years, homie. And I was acting, I was pretending. And I became one of the worst kids at that facility. I wasn't the toughest, but you wouldn't go touch me. You would secretly talk about doing something to me. So when I saw that King Shoo nigga up there, homie, by the time he got there, I was already there 3 years. He was a little buddy. He was on Selma. Selma was a dorm where all the little boys went to. Nigga, I went to the worst dorm on campus, on 4. Nigga, they was on lockdown. They were hitting each other in the head with locks. Nigga, then they shipped me to 6, worst dorm it was. The staff was run off over there, homie. Say, homie, you wouldn't tell them, homie, nigga wouldn't, homie, listen. So this was my plan. So when I went to the Brownwood Sanction Unit, I think we stayed over there for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Nigga, when I got my time, the last thing my brother, you gotta think, homie, my brother got a 99-year prison sentence for murder at 17. He had already been to Brownwood State School twice, and nigga been to Gainesville State School twice. Him and Dewberry big brother was in Gainesville together, Cornelia, they know each other. Nigga, my brother is an institution nigga. Nigga, you think he ain't taught me how to handle this shit? So I'm a tough little nigga out here already. Nigga, I'm a bad little nigga. And I was just brave. I was a brave heart. So, nigga, my brother last words to me was, that nigga crying with tears in his eye. That nigga said, he said this from my mama, grandmama, everybody. That nigga crying, nigga said, Blue, when you go down there, you better not let them niggas punk you. I'm thinking to myself, nigga, I'm tougher than you. Now, my brother bad motherfucker. I'm thinking to myself, nigga, I'm tougher than you. Cause he don't know, nigga, cause he been gone in the state school, nigga. He don't know I'm a tough little nigga, homie. No, nigga, when I got down there, nigga, first thing I did, nigga, it's a nigga named DeAndre Murray out of 5th Ward. Nigga, DeAndre was the hardest fighting little nigga out there. Nigga had a weed game out this mother, man. Nigga fight Altadena Block Crip out of Houston. Me and him on 4B together. All the other little niggas kind of scared of him. And all the big OG niggas, he was their favorite. Nigga, I became the big homie's favorite, homie. For my mama's birthday, nigga, I had been there, let me see, I got there November the 5th, 1991. Nigga, January, nigga, on Martin Luther King birthday, on Martin Luther King holiday, which so happened to be my mother's birthday, nigga, me and DeAndre kick off a race ride. Nigga, we just go up front, just me and him by ourselves, nigga, just go jump on Mexican.
2 months in.
Yeah, 2 months in. Nigga, after that, I split a Mexican eye open with some batteries. I wasn't in the gang yet. But nigga, we were racist back then. Nigga, I was taught to be racist. I come out, I don't know nothing about gangbanging. All I know about is don't white folks and Mexicans. Get them! That's all I know. Jail, I'm jail. That's all we know, homie. It wasn't until I got in the boys' home and learned the gangbang. It was always the other races. Everything was about race, homie. Because we're the first generation of kids in America that really got to go to school with white people in the 70s and the 80s. But really us and our mamas and them really didn't get to go to school with white people. We did. So, nah, homie, we just did, that's what we was taught listening to the old niggas. So that's why a lot of white kids are not really racist. They just regurgitating the bullshit. I was regurgitating, right? So here come, that's why it was so easy to pick up the gang culture. So that's why it was so easy to turn from the white folks and say, hey, let's get niggas now. And never look at white people, you know what I'm saying? So it was easy to do that because we really wasn't hateful and racist. We hadn't experienced it. So, homie, about a year and a half in, shit, nigga, I joined Rolling 60s, but nigga, they picked me. I ain't joined.
So this happened while you were in jail?
Yeah, nigga,
okay.
I would have joined whatever gang would have came to me. I just wanted to be a part of something. I was fascinated by the camaraderie. Everybody got the blue Dickies on, the raw blue shirts, the blue chucks with the nigga. I was fascinated by it. And then when they go to the gym, homie, I was fascinated because it was what I saw on television. It's like television. I was fascinated by that shit, homie. So, by the time King Shoo them got there in 94, 95, nigga, I'm a big dog. Nigga, I can't even move my fingers, they'll lock me up. Nigga, I can give a head nod and get a nigga ass jumped on. If you came there, homie, and if I didn't like you, nigga, I get you jumped on breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. Nigga tried to jump on me with my back turned one time, homie. The Sutrese got him. Homie, that's how powerful, I swear to God. Nigga, I'm still a legend in that facility, the staff and everybody. If you call and say, hey, y'all know King Shoo, Damon Wilkes, they'll have to ponder. But if they say, told me for real. But I was pretending. I had saw all the penitentiary movies. I'm a kid that got to see all the movies. I got to see Uncle. So, nigga, I'm just mimicking the shit. Nigga, I don't know nothing about none of this shit. Nigga, listen. My first day on dorms 4B. At the end of the night, it's shower time. So we used to have to get our chair and sit around in a circle. The kitchen boys used to have to go get our clothes out the kitchen, and they come dump all our clean clothes in the middle of the floor. And you had to write your name and back of your shirt in your drawer. We wore free world clothes, free world everything during this time. Now, I'm a spoiled nigga in the free world. We wearing Jabos, Elise tennis shoes. At that time, we got the silk polka dot shirts like Kwame, and niggas was wearing bikini drawers just before boxers, fellas. Niggas had pretty bikini drawers like the Pumps and the Bumps MC Hammer video. Niggas had them on. Niggas had them. So I done went down here, nigga, with the motherfucking me silk nylon shirts and everything, with them drawers. But I hadn't put my name in them yet. I had just got a visit. Boy, they dumped them drawers out on the floor. Niggas say, who pennies it is? They got pennies. Well, I'm sitting there like a motherfucker. I don't want to claim them drawers. You ain't wear drawers for 2 weeks. I had to write home and tell mama to send me some boxer. So now, so now, homie, I'm observing, okay, Dickies. I'm observing the gang attire. Now I'm writing home saying, mama, don't send me no more Jabos and silk shirts. I'm saying give me some blue Dickies, some tan Dickies, some black Dickies, some gray Dickies. Mama, just give me the Dickie suit. So now, nigga, I'm getting attire. Cause now I want to fit in. I stopped telling mama, I said, mama, don't send me no more BB and CC wine. Cause I used to like BB and CC wine, homie. I told mama stop sending me them BB and CC wine and tape. I started asking for rap music. And my mother was catering to me. But she don't know, homie, I'm taking on these negative attributes of what I'm exposed to because children mimic what they see and repeat what they hear. Nigga, so I went in at 14. By the time before I even turned 16, homie, I'm crippin' now. I finally got the courage to write my mother and say, mama, I joined the gang. I feel like a man now. Wrote mama my letter. I crossed out all the gang shit that you crossed out. I told my mama I got the Crip Guard down, cause I done heard a nigga talk about the Crip Guard. Yeah, I'm a stupid ass little boy. say, man, I done wrote my mama this bullshit. Boy, and we could use the phone and say, boy, I called when mama got that letter. Boy, mama answered that goddamn phone. Cause I used to tell her, mama, call this girl. Mama, call this girl. Mama, call this girl. Boy, mama wouldn't call nobody this time. She said, boy, I got your letter. You in the gang, huh? I said, yeah, mama. She said, tell them niggas to buy you some soap then. Don't call and ask me to send you nothing to tell. Boy, that nigga did, but I feel like a man.
Yeah.
And then when I hung up that phone, nigga, I started crashing out. Because I felt rejected by my mother. But I was rejecting her too, though. Nigga, I was fucked up, homie. I just wanted to be a part of something. I couldn't play football. I couldn't play basketball. Nigga, I feel like this is where I belong. So, nigga, I worked like a running back would work to be a great running back. If I would have joined in the free world, homie, I would have crashed out and done anything for it because I wanted to be great at this shit. And I find out that I can act good, but I didn't know I was acting. I was the best wannabe that a wannabe could be. And I gotta tell this whole story, homie. So, nigga, I jump on a nigga named Randy Ware. So I got a partner named Harvey Hughes. King Shoo is everything Harvey Hughes is. King Shoo is the wannabe of Harvey Hughes. Niggas free amp. Every nigga amp fought. Now, King Shoo is a rolling 30. Them niggas came in after us, homie. We picked them little niggas in recruiting. Me and Amp was partners on 4B, so he come in a little bit after me. Yeah, every nigga he fought, homie, he broke their nose or their jaw. And my nigga was a virgin. He joined Rolling 30 Crips up under OG Nike. He put all them niggas down. King Shoo the little homie. He couldn't sit at the table in a circle with us. He was told what to do. I was never told what to do. I was doing the telling. But I was leading, homie. I wasn't just having niggas do nothing, nigga. I was leading. I was leading because this is what I thought I wanted to be. So I dove in head first. Them niggas were gonna want to go home. I was trying to get to prison because my brother, my homeboy Jason Anderson, who was a little older than me, had gone to prison like at 17, 18. He would write me from tail for unit, making that shit sound fun. Them niggas would write me from prison, homie, making that shit sound fun. So the people looking at me like, man, this nigga don't care about nothing. I was just pretending, man. Nah, homie, a lot of niggas went to prison because they were loyal to what we was loyal to. They wasn't fighting for me. They wasn't. Nah, homie, we were just loyal to some bullshit. And many niggas' mothers died while they was in prison. Many niggas became different kind of people while they was in prison. I never needed no protection in the boys' home, homie. Nigga, I was a monster. Psychologically, them niggas couldn't have done, they couldn't have endured what I endured. It was easy to fight. Nigga, it was easy to fight niggas. Nah, homie, I had this pressure of the system on me. Nah, nigga, I spent 9 months in a 23-hour lockdown at the age of 15 years old, homie. Sometimes they wouldn't even let me out. Nigga, they would put me in the same cell where my homeboy committed suicide in. And nigga, I used to be terrified in that motherfucker. I'm claustrophobic. When you want to get out, homie, and you can't get out, what do you mentally do as a kid? Ain't no Bible in there. Ain't no Bible in there, nigga. Them niggas couldn't take that shit, homie. None of them, homie, them niggas couldn't take that shit, homie. No, that nigga ain't never got jumped on by the staff. God, when Dewberry told y'all that story out in there hollering, nigga, this one, Mr. Duffel bigger than, Mr. Duffel bigger than a defensive end, homie. Big old white, he was a bounce at a club. These grown men, I'm little now, just think how little I was then. This motherfucker was on my back. I'm on my stomach. He pulled my neck all the way back, homie. Nigga, I'm hollering like a motherfucker. I'm hollering like a bitch. Nigga, they froze my dinner. Put me in a room and shut the water off. Nigga, I'm pissing, but there's shit already in that motherfucker. You can't smell it till you move it around and you gotta piss. No mattress, nah, homie, them niggas wasn't mentally tough. See, I got a different kind of mind, homie. So yeah, nah, nigga, I played the fool. Them niggas, he just got on her, homie. These niggas just talking. You can't find a nigga out of that facility, homie. I spent down there 7 years with the worst kids in the state who got some of the worst crimes in the history of this state. Nigga, all of them go tell you now, that nigga Charleston, Nut. Well, that's how I got the name Nut. Yeah, that's how I got the name Nut. Nigga, I don't think nobody, only 2 niggas tried to jump on me and both of them got halted. before they can even touch me. Kareem Ruff and Larry Green and some nigga, I can't even think that's when the essays got it. But nigga, ain't no nigga ever tried to buck me in there. Nigga try to really call my group. I used to have to tell niggas, say, man, y'all call me. Nah, I take that back. Big Pines, Aaron Pines, big nigga out of Galveston, everybody thought was a blood. He would call our group. But nah, nigga wasn't fucking with Charleston White. And the staff know it. So this is what they did, homie, because I had so much control. They put me on a dorm with all my enemies. And they moved King Shoo over there with me. When he said we was on the buddy, we wasn't on no buddy pro pass shit, nigga. He was over there with them niggas, and we was all enemies. He was getting along with them niggas, so it was rolling 60s, rolling 30s, East Terrace gangsters, the niggas out of San Antonio, the Latin Kings were rocking with us at the time, Al Tadena Block Crip. We was battling the Hoovers, Five Dudes Hoover, the Grape Street niggas, the Disciple Folk niggas, and then Boxer Joe, Boxer Joe up out of Corpus Christi and was rocking with her. Who would that do? Oh yeah, and we was getting into it with them Trey 5-7 niggas. Nigga, Blue Hand them was over there getting along with them niggas. Shout out to Greg Henry and Keith Booker them. Nah. All the enemy was over there, right? So nigga, on a Sunday, I come through with that walk. And Miss Burnham, Mr. Wells, and Mr. Davis was sitting at that table. I come through with that walk. Boy, they look at me.
That walk.
What's that goddamn walk? They look at me. They sick of that goddamn walk, you hear me? Boy, I get back, because I run this shit over here. I run the staff. I run everything over here. Boy, they put me over there with my enemies. Do you think them niggas tried to jump on me? I'm on 7B with all my enemies. And they put me in the middle of the floor, homie, where every nigga can wake up at nighttime and got eyes on me. They was psychologically trying to, nigga, I went over there, homie, and my enemies became my friends. Keith Booker, my enemies, Anthony Lightfoot, all them niggas, homie. Blue Hand them couldn't do that. They had to kiss, homie. I became the lead over there. And while I was over there, I kicked off a ride. Nigga, I had a whole list. This one go fight this one. This one go fight this one. If he was big, I put 2 on him. I was like a real general.
You play RTS.
I was like a real, I ain't bullshit.
This is wild because you denounce the gang. So where did the shift come from? Because it seems like you
when
said
you know better, you do better. I'm a fucking kid.
Yeah.
I'm a kid that's hurt, angry. I hadn't got healed yet. We in the facility to get healed. But I'm bucking the system. I ain't working the program.
Now, one thing I have to ask, because King Shoo said this. He said, man, Charleston White was a master manipulator. He tried to manipulate me, but I couldn't be manipulated.
I never, listen, he was a rolling 30. I'm a rolling 60. I don't try to manipulate him. He a rolling 30. Amp them got him. He a little homie. Amp them got, homie, when I left, he was there 3 years later, still there 3 years after me. He a little homie rolling 30s. We was allies, homie. Nigga, 60s really ran that bitch. Nigga, rolling, we really ran that bitch. Homie, I was a great recruiter. Nigga, when OG Zim left, nigga, he left me to call shots. It was niggas on the set before me. This nigga older than me, homie. Nigga, I left me to, nigga, I called nigga, and I'm reading. I'm a reader. So while them nigga playing domino, nigga, I'm back there plotting attacks. Seeing Matt, nigga, when Dewberry say, man, he told, dude, you figure it go, you chill, homie. Nigga, we kick off a ride so motherfucking, I don't even think Blue Hand them got put on, nigga, all the big dog got put on a 30-day program. Say, homie, I was in every major behavior modification program that got to do with locking a kid up, homie. I really should be crazy. Homie, because they kept isolation lock up. Homie, them niggas, he got to play football, go off campus. I ain't get to do none of that. Homie, I couldn't even rub my head. Homie, they'll lock me up because they say I was throwing gang signs. Homie, I couldn't do nothing. Nigga, I thought about suicide sometime, but I was too strong to do it. Nigga, they had me seeing psychiatrists. Nigga, I was taking Prozac. Nigga, and even the Prozac, I was like, the shit, I wasn't even on it. Man, when I look back on that shit, homie, I never was. Nigga, the Prozac wasn't doing nothing. Man, I ain't bullshitting. But I'm acting. So this what happened, homie. The people who worked on my dorm, they started saying, man, he playing. Man, one day I was asleep. I was on the loss of privilege couch. I was asleep. When I wake up, Miss Wright just staring at me. She said, boy, you like a little old baby. But when people heard my name, homie, they talked like I was a little monster. And then I'm getting a visit by my mother every other weekend. Then they see after the end of every one of my visits, my mama praying with me. So, man, these people saying, man, this nigga, so they gonna look at my file. Man, the kid come from a good home. Man, this nigga, so homie, they was able to see past this bullshit. That's what saved my life. My house parents, homie. Nigga, they moved me. So what happened was, they took me from 4B and 6B, which was a gang-infested side of the campus, and put me on the other side with Mr. Davis and Mr. Tony and Mr. Wells and Mr. Daniels. See, it's mostly it's weak staff over here. They baby me, they let me have my way. Nigga, I run the dorm, but nigga, they put me over here where it was structure, discipline. Nigga, I had to work the program over here, and that's when the change started coming. King Shoo them been over here doing good, working the program the whole time, homie. He wasn't no live wire. And when he got to prison, he became a Muslim where he didn't have to gang bang no more. When he went to prison, he put his flag down. My nigga dude didn't put his flag down. A lot of niggas went to that shit, nigga. Crip, blood, done killed somebody, and soon they get to prison, they pick up that Bible, brother, they pick up the Quran, and they hide behind that for protection, then come back here and go back to representing. That's what he did. Yeah, he can fight, and every time he hit you hard, that shoulder come out of place, got to be popped back in play. Everybody know that's his weakness. That weak ass overhand. Everybody know that, homie. We raised him. And it's a little homie trying to talk. He a little homie. So I'm saying, man, they done got the little homie on here who ain't doing nothing in life. And when he got out, I did him just like I did every last one of my niggas who was down there with me. Say, homie, we talking to kids and working with kids now. If you followed me then, and he followed me then, because the rolling 30s did what the 60s did, homie. Because of me and Amp's relationship. If you follow me then, follow me now, homie. We working with kids. When he got out, I took him into the Port Arthur schools. The same school Pimp C and them went into, doing community events, introducing my friend Damon Wills. Took him to Orange County, Beaumont, spoke there. But what started happening is, these guys are just coming home from prison. I've never been to prison. They getting out in the 2010s. I got out in 1998. Never been down there with them. So I'm putting them in a position to be where I'm at. Set up with your nonprofit, I Found Me. We already got the connection with the youth facility. We can speak at any juvenile facility in this state. So I'm coming to Port Arthur to put you on. You want to rap and fuck hoes. You want to run it with the rappers and Steven Jackson them and fuck hoes. Homie, we building and working with kids. Now it's an ego thing. See, that's what happened with a lot of my partners, homie. Y'all done interviewed some. Because whenever we working with kids, it's like I'm in charge again. And I don't make no niggas feel like that because I got y'all on stage with me, homie. And this is why I did that. I had a dream, probably like in 2001, 2002. And in this dream, I'm standing on this stage talking to children. And all of a sudden, Dewberry, King Shoo, a whole lot of niggas, homie, start appearing in this dream as we standing on stage talking to these kids. And then my brother appeared. Remember I told my brother been gone 30 years. We're sharing our life. The kids got tears in their eyes crying, we crying, and at the end of this dream, homie, we all enter into individual doors with blinding bright lights like this. Whew. I wake up. Damn. Homie, I don't really believe in God and go to church. Nigga, that's bullshit in my mind at this time. My mother come in and say, son, you feel like going to church? It's like 2 weeks before Christmas. I said, nah. Man, when that woman left out that room, I had this urge to go to church. So I'm sitting in the bed trying to process this shit. You know, the good luck, bad luck shit. Cause nigga living fire. Boy, I sit on that back porch and smoke me a blunt, and this urge to go to church turned into like a fear to go. An overwhelming fear to go to church. So I go to church. I go to Acts Church in Forest Hill. Nigga, I don't know nobody at this motherfucking church. I ain't told nobody about this goddamn dream. I sit on the back row. Now, in my mind, I'm just finna put some money in church and get the fuck out of here. Right? Yeah, then finna buy some there. So, preacher come out and he look at me. And I said, man, somebody told this motherfucker I smell like weed. Go on, get out of here. And I sit back there. And he started to preach about Joseph in the Bible. Now, I don't know nothing about Joseph in no motherfucking Bible. So he talked about how he got sold and slave and all that type of shit. So at the end of the sermon, he said, when I came out here, I got a kick in my spirit. And the Holy Spirit told me that you're a Joseph, young man. No. Man, this bitch ass nigga playing with me. That's what I'm telling you, this bitch ass nigga playing with me, them church game. New and facing church. So he said, I just want to pray for you. When I went down, he put his hands, he started recanting that dream, homie. What he see me doing. Same shit I just saw in his dream. Homie, you fast forward to 10, he said, man, he see me working with governments, impacting laws and legend. Man, what the fuck is he talking about? Homie, I did that shit 10 years later. So here come my niggas who all done kill people. It's 50 of these niggas. They start getting out. Say, what's up, my nigga? Woo, woo, woo. God damn, nigga, you been locked up this whole time? Yeah, man, I've been gone this long. God damn, nigga, it's been 22 years. Nigga, I went to go see my nigga. Man, I'm fucking with Dewberry. Me and Monk going to go fuck with Dewberry. Dewberry on beat over my brother. Man, I didn't know these niggas were doing 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 years from shit they did when they was 12, 13, and 14, and they were just coming home. So now my nigga Amp hit me. Amp get out and say, what's up, nut cuz? That nigga said, man, I ain't the same Amp no more. So that dream came back to me. God damn. God, that dream. So I said, say, man, oh, man, y'all, let's come up with a youth organization name. Nigga, what we gonna call it? Nigga, Dewberry hit me. Man, let's call it Hype. We'll call it Hyped About Hype. I called Bob Ray Sanders from the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Say, man, I got a youth, because he had wrote about me as a kid. Man, I got a new youth organization program, man. We just want to work with kids. At that time, it was just 4 of us. More started getting out. Hype started getting bigger. Homie became a platform for formerly incarcerated juveniles who had grew up in the prison system. So that's where you hear us say, raised by the state. Nigga, I'm the only one that didn't go. I had a recommendation to go. God had something different for me. All them same niggas who been gone all these 2 decades or more, all reconnected back with me. Some of these niggas went to the penitentiary for me, homie. Not for me. They just respected the gang culture to honor the leadership. I wasn't the baddest, homie, but it was evident, nigga, I was sharp amongst them niggas. Them niggas, they can't no nigga deny that, homie. And for any nigga to get on this couch, homie, you ain't go, that nigga just lying, homie. That's an ego nigga. We been tripped. That's why we fell out as homeboys, homie. Because them niggas didn't want to follow the lead. Nigga, I'm leading righteously now. I'm leading, but they wanted to, I didn't want to fuck hoes, homie. I didn't want to damage my character and reputation as a black man amongst black women. I'm not known as a whoremonger. My nigga known as a whoremonger amongst the bitches and the black women, not me. I'm highly respected in our community, homie. And I'm well known in the prison system. I ain't never stepped a foot in prison and highly respected. It's nigga, I'm mythical down there because of what I did in the juvenile facility as a kid.
Was it hard not to, when you were released and had all the power that you had, was it hard not to try to recreate that
I wanted
power?
to go back. I honestly, homie, and see, this is why I teach this, homie. When I got out here, homie, and I realized being handsome and being cute, being mannerable, being respectful, don't get you a woman. You gotta understand, I got out in 1998, nigga, when the dope boy nigga ruled it, the nigga with the money, and even the good girls. So it wasn't about having conversation no more. So when I got out, homie, and I realized that you had to have money to attract a pretty girl, you had to, that most guys didn't get along with black girls. So when I came home, homie, most niggas had baby mamas at 19, 20 who they didn't get along with. So that was discouraging. Nigga, I wanted to go back because I was somebody in there. Out here, I got to start all over again. Yeah, I was somebody as a kid. So this what carried me. The community respect people who done time for murder. That's what the community respect people who done time for murder. That's what carried me and made me somebody out here.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but I wanted to go back because I was really, but yeah.
Can you speak to the mindset of the black race in general? Because it seems like you have a grasp on how to move them either one way or the other.
They're easily persuaded, but to change, to give them the tools to change them and to help get out of these conditions, you got to speak to the heart of black people. And black people, hearts are too hard to hear. So life got to teach us now. That's why our ministers, that's why we keep saying we need some black leaders. This group of black people cannot be led. Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move it. Hey.